To have Gary from Panama City on the line for us. Gary, go ahead with your question.
Yeah, good evening, guys. Both of you looking good as always.
Thank
you especially, Chris. But I do have a question. Due to my current health situation and so forth, my son's already on the house mortgage and so forth. What would I have to do to establish maybe a ladybird deed, or would I have to put that in my will?
Good question. You want to start it?
Great question. But if we do your will, I got to be in your will, and so does Ted Howell. So anyways, Gary has a great question because a lot of people don't even understand what a ladybird deed is. First, so explain that for us, and then we'll jump into Gary's question.
Yeah, so a ladybird deed is one of those things that I would highly recommend a lawyer drafting that for you because it specifically creates a type of ownership of your current home, and usually it's your homestead, which is what we want to protect. And what it does is it specifies that once I pass away, and you can do it with a husband and wife, say once you've both passed away, then the property will transfer to your child or your children. Now, it does become a little complicated if there's more than one child, and we can discuss that in more detail maybe in another call or another day, but it's effective and it keeps you out of probate. It keeps you out of going to court once both of the current owners, if there's two of them, pass away. If it's just one of you, then it's just as easy. And it does not affect your homestead while you're alive. You can still sell the house if you need to. It's not a vested interest in the sense that they can go borrow against this future claim that they have. It only comes into play once you've passed away. And it's a really great thing. Only about 7 states in the U.S. have it. We're fortunate enough that Florida's foresighted enough to allow that. Now, Gary, as far as your question goes, you said he's already on the mortgage. Is he also on the deed as well?
Yes.
Okay. And is he a co-owner, or do you have it set up like you were saying in the ladybird?
He's a co-owner.
Okay.
He's a co-owner.
Okay. So what that does, and is he living there with you?
Yes.
Okay. So I asked those questions because you want to maintain full exemption and protections on the homestead. So if you have 2 co-owners, you want to make sure they're both claiming that as their homestead for those portions that you own. And it does depend on if it's a tenants in common or a joint tenancy with rights of survivorship, which is probably what you're going to have. Either which way, the other one, whoever passes first, and I know you're planning that you're going to leave it to him, that would then go down there. I think what you've done is sufficient. There are probably more things to dig into to see if that's really what you want to do the way it is, because you have 2 people on there that may have different interests. But the ladybird is that protection that it doesn't give it to somebody else, that now, if you were to try and sell the house and move to, I don't know where you move to from Florida.
Gives them the flexibility to do that, though, right?
You would be the sole owner, so you can do that. As a co-owner with your son, he's got to sign off on the sale, or you have to buy out his half and then sell the whole thing. It's a lot of shells moving around.
So Gary, thank you for the question, but what you can just see in this one little instance here, just dealing with a homestead property, there's many options that individuals have at their disposal because of the state of Florida. So I think we're the best state in the union, honestly, when it comes to protections of your homestead. And allowing those exemptions to carry through and to pass on to other generations. So you can tell how this just, a simple transfer of a deed of a homestead can get very complicated. So make sure you do it right.